Michael Gove, what do you make of what Mark says, that this guaranteeing of deposits is an error and people should take the risk?
Well, I think that Cyprus, a bit like Iceland before it, was a small country with a huge banking sector, and it was offering rewards to people which, any sort of sane or honest individual would have blinked twice before taking. I think that there's a difference, exactly as Mark says, between some of the speculative investments where people have to recognise that they are taking a risk, and there's a potentially high upside, but there's also a potentially significant penalty, and there should be the opportunity to save in a way which means that your investment will be guaranteed. You recognise that the returns are inevitably going to be less, but there's a greater degree of security. And even, Natalie says that there should be an absolute ring fence between, on the one hand, casino-style banks.
Break them up.
Exactly. Well, in a way, some of the changes that have been instituted by George Osborne, with broad support actually, have been designed to do precisely that.
Emily Thornberry, we've only got a minute left. Should this be a warning of things to come? What's going on in Cyprus?
I think it should be I think it should be a warning to the European Union not to try and impose stupid things like this on a sovereign country. I think the idea
like the tax on the deposit?
telling them overnight, I'm sorry, but we're taking 10% of all your savers' money was ridiculous, and I'm very pleased to see the Cypriots rejecting it. Okay. I think that you have to be able, if you end up in a situation where you're safer taking your money out of the bank and putting it under your bed than keeping it in a bank, then we're undermining the whole system. And I think that I was interested to hear the City Minister saying that the government had intelligence on this. And I hope that they can tell us that they gave a strong advice to the European Union that this was reckless behaviour and contrary to what we all understand are the rules, which is that if you have up to €100,000 in a bank, it is guaranteed no matter where you are within the European Union.
Anthony Horowitz.
All I can say is I'm very glad I'm not a bank teller in a Cyprus bank on Monday morning, because there is going to be one hell of a stampede, no matter what the government has said. And of course we're having this conversation, and I'm surprised his name hasn't come up before, the day after a certain Mr. Richie Rich awarded himself an eye-watering, staggering, obscene bonus, which only tells us how horrible the bankers are and how hopeless they're going to continue to be.
Okay.